Hey folks, welcome to a DVD update where you see me itching my eye. But I don't know why I look kind of, for some reason it seems like I've been looking fat in some of these videos. I know some smarts would be like, oh, that's the fat's under your chest. Yeah, it's called my dick. Want to see it? That's where all the weight's from, right on your face. But welcome to another DVD update. It's been a while since I've done these. But it's because I've been collecting a lot, and when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. But it's because I find good deals at pawn shops, Amazon.com when you wait for them. Uh, Also, Go Hastings. So it's waiting and saving, and then, oh shit, there's a good deal. Go for it. Right off the bat, here's a good example. I went to Best Buy, The Invisible Man. Now you see it says $49.99, but I did not pay that. I paid $10, brand new. I saw this show when it was on the Sci-Fi Channel. I remember liking it. I did not realize, though, I guess there's another season as well, but the first season's fine with me. But yeah, if you wait long enough, this $50 set of season one, it's $10 brand new. Like, I don't know right now, but Best Buy had a lot of TV shows for $10. Season ones, like MacGyver, Hercules, Xena. I do one day want to get the rest of the Hercules with Kevin Sorbo, because I have season one, but I don't have the other one. So one day I'll get those. I do want to get the rest of those because I remember watching that way back when it was a I can't remember when that show was on, but I remember watching that and really being a fan of that and Kevin Sorbo. But I like the show, and again, $10 brand new. So that's what I'm talking about. You wait long enough, $50 becomes $10. So that's The Invisible Man. Weirdly enough, I guess Breck Eisner directed the pilot, which there's a 2-hour pilot along with the 23 season one episodes, which includes the 2-hour pilot. But Breck Eisner, same guy who directed the Crazies remake and Sahara. But I remember liking the show a lot. Of course, like I mentioned before, The Raid Redemption. As of right now, my favorite film of the year so far. Really was impressed with this. Thought it was really well done. The DVD actually has features, which is nice. 7 featurettes, stunts behind the music, making of, An Evening with Gareth Evans, Mike Shinoda, and Joe Trapanese, filmmaker video blogs, director's commentary. They actually put a lot of features, so that's good. Although the cover looks like it's like Rear Window, the action movie. I don't understand why that they just don't have the poster with him standing in like the big building. Like, I don't know, if you look at the poster, you'll see like he's like down here, this big, and then most is like this big tall building. But here it's like Rear Window, the action movie. Rear Window, directed by John Woo or something. So I like the poster better, but still, I really like the movie. It's the unrated version. I don't know what's so different about it, but I will find out, and maybe I'll actually do a review for that. Thanks to my friend Efree, he was talking to me about Bruce Lee. And I have Bruce Lee's films. I like Bruce Lee. I haven't talked about him a lot. Maybe one day. I don't know if anytime soon, but maybe one day. I've just sort of been out of it doing reviews. Haven't really felt like it. Just, been taking a break. Especially watching a lot of the stuff I've gotten. But I had the bare bones of this, but I saw there was a 2-disc special edition, and I wanted to get it. Enter the Dragon. The 2-disc special edition. Definitely my favorite Bruce Lee film. The 2-disc pulls out like this. I like the red that they used. Disc 1 has Blood and Steel, Making of Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee in his own words, original featurette, Linda Lee Cadwell interview gallery, vintage home movie footage, backyard workout with Bruce. Disc 2 has Bruce Lee, A Warrior's Journey, and Bruce Lee, The Curse of the Dragon documentaries, trailers, TV spots. So That was worth the upgrade. And again, you know, some of these are really cheap. That's how I could get so many of them. And I don't mind them. I don't mind buying them used, because once in a while you hit a snag, but a lot of times they're in pretty good condition, so it's not that bad. Um, I got this because I have the first film. I'm not a big fan of this movie, but it completes the collection. It was very cheap, and I had a DVD of this, but it did not work properly, so I got Speed 2. I know I'm not a fan of this movie that much, but you know, it's one of those nights. If I watch Speed, I might as well watch Speed 2. The biggest problem is Jason Patrick, but I like some of the stunts. I like some of the special effects. On the other hand, the idea of a fucking cruise liner doesn't really make you think of Speed. Sandra Bullock has nothing to do. It's for the collection. Become more of a movie collector as the years have gone by. Because it's fun, because you have movies that you completely don't remember. It's like, I wonder why I hate it. I didn't watch it. Oh, that's why. And watch some good stunt work, some good special effects. But other than that, just a piss poor sequel. Got Stone Cold Steve Austin, 2 of his films. I'm not a fan of most of them. I don't like The Stranger. I think that sucked ass. The Condemned sucked ass. The Damage wasn't much. He has a new one called Maximum Conviction with Steven Seagal, which I'm willing to give a fair shot. I actually do give stuff fair shots. That's why I sometimes surprise people. Even this year, I've liked some films, folks, just so you know. I've liked Men in Black 3. I liked The Raid. I even liked 21 Jump Street. And I thought I was going to hate that, but I had some fun with it. But Hunt to Kill, I think these are his 2 better ones. Hunt to Kill, the reason I got it on Blu-ray because it was cheaper. But Hunt to Kill, which features, it has director Keone Waxman and actor Michael Eklund has a commentary, and then the behind the scenes. This one also stars Gary Daniels and Eric Roberts. I thought it was a pretty decent film. For direct-to-DVD, you know, same with this. Steve Austin and Michael Jai White. Had some fun with this. Inside Tactical Force, featuring Steve Austin, Michael Jai White, and Keith Jardine. Fight sequence in a trailer. I had some fun with these. Be nice if Steve Austin uses more of his rattlesnake, you know, trash talking in movies. I think that would really work. Next up is, I got a few Criterion collections for very cheap. For instance, The Rock. I had this, but it was bare bones, so I decided to get this 2-disc, which has a booklet, which has some pictures, and then talking about the production of the film. Well, actually, this is a review by Roger Ebert. Roger Ebert really liked this movie. And he gave, like, this is his whole review. And Roger Ebert really liked The Rock, so that's very cool. Disc 1, it's a commentary, one of those commentaries where they're all separate and it's spliced together, but still you got Michael Bay, Jared Bruckheimer, Nicolas Cage, Ed Harris, and technical advisor Harry Humphreys. Disc 2, you got video interview with Jared Bruckheimer. You got analysis of the dive sequences, special effects by Hoyt Eatman of Dream Quest Images. Movie Magic episode on the film's special effects. Do's and Don'ts of Hollywood Gunplay. Excerpts from Secrets of Alcatraz, a documentary. Storyboards, production design drawings, production stills, trailer, TV spots, outtakes, and the world premiere of The Rock on Alcatraz. So, you know, it's something. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. Now let's start with this over here. And I got them sort of all over the place. That's why I'm reaching. Got a few Martin Lawrence films, which here's one of them. Black Knight, which was okay. Does have some features, but it was an okay film. Wasn't great, but it was okay. But that's Black Knight. Saw this film again because I saw it when I was a kid, and it's pretty bad. But yeah, best defense. This is a film that Dudley Moore made. This film. It was completed, and basically they test screened it, and it sucked so badly they realized they could not release it. So they got Eddie Murphy. It was like, oh yeah, that guy, he's doing Trading Places, and get him in this movie. And he's actually called Strategic Guest Star Eddie Murphy. That's how it is in the credits. He's in the film for maybe 10 minutes at most. He doesn't have much to do. I think because Dudley Moore, basically he plays drunk and drunk. And yeah, I mean, for the collection, there's a few moments I thought were okay. But weirdly enough, there was a shot that I saw on the internet. A scene was shot. These two actually met at the end. Because, they did reshoots and stuff. By the end of the movie, these two actually meet, and there's a picture of it on the internet. Why did they not put that in the movie? Because I know at the time, these were big box office stars. Like, Dudley Moore had Arthur, Eddie Murphy's up and coming with Trading Places and all this stuff. 48 Hours was going to be, same company, Paramount. So I don't really understand why you would take that shot out at the end, or at least put on the features. It would be interesting to see that deleted scene, but can't say it's a good movie. But sadly enough, I've seen worse Eddie Murphy films. Even though he's in it for like that one, like 10 minutes, but still I've seen worse. That's sad. Let's see. I got these. Press Start. And then Press Start 2. Press Start, I remember seeing it once, being like, hey, this is actually not that bad. This is actually pretty fun. If you're a fan of video games, you'll get a lot of the references in this. It's a group of folks made it, sort of like a feature-length fan movie. But I thought it was really well done. You have Mortal Kombat. There's a scene that's taken from Doom. Metroid with the girl Samus. The more you're into video games, especially 8-bit games, the more you'll understand the jokes. So if you're a huge fan of video games, like 8-bit Nintendo games, I think you'll get a lot of the jokes in this, and it's pretty fun. I got the sequel because I liked the first one, but this one I was kind of disappointed in. I didn't think it was nearly as good. So, kind of regret getting it now, but that's how it goes. Talking about cheap, oh, how you get so much. Like, this one was 60 cents. This is Pavement. A decent film. Has Robert Patrick as a hunter who his sister gets killed, and he joins up with a cop played by Lauren Holly to find this killer. And it's low budget, not wall-to-wall action. Seems like something you would see on cable. Really enough, this is HBO video, but decent time waster. It was definitely worth the 60 cents. I thought Robert Patrick was good, and yeah, I liked it. Let's see. Well, I reviewed this film, Drive. Not more I can say about that. This is sad. I got this, Beverly Hills Ninja. The sad thing is, I didn't realize it. I already had this movie. I thought I did not have it, but apparently I looked and I did, so I bought it again. Although I like this one looks better, at least. The disc looks better. And plus this one's like one-sided disc. The other was like two-sided. So I actually like this better, but and the cover's more, the cover's not like fucked up like that one. So I'll keep this one, but That's what I did for not realizing that shit. This is interesting because Mel Gibson, that's a guy I've been very harsh on because of what's happened. I'm trying to give the guy a break. What I mean by that is, for instance, I picked up these two. And because I want to give him a break. I mean, he should not have said the things he did, but I'm trying to warm up to him again. I really am, because I know we all made mistakes, sometimes really bad ones, but I'm trying to do that. So, and I do remember liking Payback, and I saw it again, and I do like Payback. I had a lot of fun with it. Chris Christopherson, you got Lucy Liu, you got William Devane. Directed by the same guy who co-wrote L.A. Confidential. I had a lot of fun with this one. But then I had to get this Payback straight up. Because there are two versions of this movie, as you can see. This one is a little bit more funnier. This one's a little bit more, it's more serious. You can definitely see the difference. Another thing is this actually has features. Like, this has a little featurette from back in the day. This actually has features, new ones, including a new interview with Mel Gibson. This is the time where he had that big thick beard. Interview with the director, Brian Heldlin. And interview with Richard Donner, because I guess he knew the director and Mel Gibson, and he helped out, gave the director advice and stuff. And others, not Greg Henry, not Maria Bello, not David Paymer, they're not interviewed, but still really interesting about what went on, what happened, why, like, the studio did not like this cut. Because this was more of a serious film. In fact, in the original cut, Chris Christopherson's character was not in the movie at all, and the ending is completely different. And this film's actually shorter, because this one, the ending is just, well, maybe I'll say that for a review, but if you haven't seen it, if you can find it, check these out, because I got them both $6 total. So $6 total for both versions, and the different versions, and even if you don't like this version, you still have the features. Commentary with the writer-director. About a 40-minute look on Payback. Shooting in Chicago, shooting in LA. Creating the director's cut. Interview with author Donald E. Westlake, which I guess the story was based on. But yeah, pretty interesting seeing both versions. Of course, Labyrinth. This is the anniversary edition, so it's 2 discs. New commentary by Brian Froud, who was the conceptual designer. And this too has a few documentaries. No interview with David Bowie or... I mean, from back in the day there is, but for the interviews of today, they don't interview David Bowie, they don't interview Jennifer Connelly. That's too bad, but they interview the people who, Jim Henson's son and all the guys who helped make these creatures. That's Labyrinth. This is a film I got because I didn't need the special edition to this, because I liked the film. I actually do like this film, watching it again. But they're not going to get Jamie Lee Curtis. So I'm like, what's the point of doing a special edition if you're not even going to get Jamie Lee Curtis? Like, I don't care what David Copperfield has to say. Of course, that's Terror Train. I really like this film. I will say I like this more than... I like the original Prom Night. I was harsh on that way back when, because I gave my copy to Effrey. Then the more I thought about it, I'm like, well, actually... So I actually bought another one, and I showed that. It was like a 6-pack, 8-pack, that Prom Night, which was one of them, so I have that. I showed that in a previous DVD update. So I have that, and I wanted to get this because I have Halloween, Halloween 2, I have Prom Night, Road Games, which I really love. It's more of a Hitchcockian thriller. But Terror Train I really liked. It was better than I remember. I really liked this film. Terror Train. Underrated action film, Terminal Velocity. Had a lot of fun with this. No features. The film bombed. I think it's a better skydiving action movie. I never thought I'd say that skydiving action movie like that's a genre, but I think it's better than Drop Zone. I really do. Was not the biggest fan of Drop Zone. I do have it, but I don't know. I think this is better. Has some great stunt work. I like, including the bit with the car at the end. If you've ever seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. Even though it makes no sense, because they're in a plane, the car drops, they skydive, they have to work, but the car is falling for so long. You're like, did they fall from fucking outer space? Like, how long does it take for this car to fall to Earth? It's like, in movies when you see the door going down, then they cut to someone, and the door coming down, then they cut to someone, and the door is still going down. It's like, when is it going to get to the floor? Like, it's kind of, but other than that, I had fun with this. I thought Charlie Sheen was actually really good. Well, I like Charlie Sheen. I just meant of the recent films he had. Well, I can't say recent, but the films he was doing at this time, like Shadow Conspiracy, was not a fan of. But this, I did like. Um, Pearl Harbor. This is the director's cut. I don't mind this film. Watching this film again, I don't think it's as bad as it's been labeled, like in Team America World Police, which, to be honest, I'm not really a fan of that movie. I don't mind Basketball. I don't have that one, but I don't mind Basketball. I like South Park the movie, but Team America, if I saw it for $1, I'd get it, or $2. Watch it again. But I didn't like how it made fun of, like, I understand it's humor, but I like some of the actors they made fun of. And I like Pearl Harbor. I like Ben Affleck. Now, the problem with this film is that it takes 90 minutes to get to Pearl Harbor. That is pretty long. The other thing is that Pearl Harbor attack, it's kind of like sensational with it. At the same time, I'm not sure, you might think that's poor taste, and that's really understandable. But I thought technically it's a really well done film. The action scenes, I love the score by Hans Zimmer. I like the song by, God, I forgot her name already. I wonder if it says here. I forgot her name. They don't say it, do they? Shit. No, not there. Maybe this booklet. Oh, for those wondering, this is what it looks like. Opens up. Kind of like what soldiers would carry. Kind of like little diary type thing. They have pictures, and they have this folder thing here. More pictures. It's a. This right there is just kind of like a strap. Kind of like postcards that you'd have back in the day. Like Cuba Gooding Jr. there. And oh, here's the booklet. Yeah, the booklet. Probably say here. It is a 4-disc set. Disc 1 and 2 have the movie. They have a few commentaries. They have one with Michael Bay. They have one with more of the technical guys. And then they have one with Jared Bruckheimer, Alec Baldwin, who are recorded separately. And then also Ben Affleck and Josh Hartnett. They're recorded together. The Ben Affleck, Josh Hartnett commentary is really funny. I thought it was a really funny one. So that was really enjoyable. Ben Affleck, you listen to his commentaries on Kevin Smith movies, or like the Armageddon, which I have. It's pretty funny what he says. But I'm trying to see. You also have Journey to the Screen, The Making of Pearl Harbor, which is 47 minutes. Teaser and trailer. Multi-angle sequences, animatics. Come on, I know it should be there. Shit. Guess I'm wrong. Fucking bullshit. Either way, it's 4-disc set. Yeah, I don't think the movie's that bad. I mean, I've seen worse. I mean, drawn out, yeah. A little bit corny, yeah, but I've seen a lot worse. And now that I think about it, I got a fucking internet here. Why don't I just use that to look for it? Ah, it's not that hard. There you'll be from... Why didn't... Come on, say who sings it. You say the name of the song, but you don't say who sings it. Faith Hill. Okay, there you go. Faith Hill. That's all I needed. But I liked it. Has a lot of good features too, especially commentaries. And then you have, this did finally come out, at least in the US, the final season of the Ninja Turtles, including the bonus episodes, which they're like, oh, we lost it. Yeah, you lost it. That's why it's there. Aaron did a great video, the Reese 007. Aaron did a wonderful video, really loved it, talking about how Lionsgate has treated this. Yeah, they've granted, they released it all, but they fucked it up. He did a great job. It makes me want to do it. I asked him for his permission. He said, yeah, if you want, go for it. So maybe one day I'll talk about that, but... Okay, one quick note. I'll save more for that, but... For example... See if I think I saved it. No, I didn't. This is like... The way they released it... Like 30 different kinds of fucking packages, rip-offs. Some don't have features, then if they do, it's kind of shitty features or not the best video quality at times. They use sometimes the same fucking pictures, like this picture, Raphael, is used on some of the others, and like laziness sort of on this. Oh, by the way, this does have 0 features. But just to compare, of course, page not there. Okay, thank you. Come on now. This is what pisses me off. Now, Shout Factory. This is a group I give a lot of props to. You remember that show Jim? Jim and the Holograms? Now, I haven't seen Jim, so if there's fans of Jim, that's fine. I haven't seen it. I can't comment on it. But I have to think this was more popular than Jim. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm fooling and kidding myself. I would think this is more popular than Jim. You know? And you know what Jim got? They got a truly outrageous complete series. And a set with all of them. They have all of them. They have fucking... Actually, you know what? Let me look at a review, because they'll... This is just insane. I should say this for the other one, but fuck it. I might as well. Damn it. I had the damn link. Didn't fucking save. I think this is it, though. Okay. Should save this if this is it. Oh, come on. I want to see... Where's the DVD review I had? Damn it. Fuck. Here it is. DVD review. There it is. Now here's what they got on this. All the episodes, right, Jim? A 48-minute documentary where the history of Jim is revealed through interviews with a bunch of folks. A 48-minute documentary? And they release it all in one go. They interviewed the cast for a 24-minute documentary. A 27-minute feature including interviews with 12 Gem fans, some cast and behind-the-scenes crew. They have 11 of the original commercials. So pretty much all of them. Anime storyboards, DVD-ROM stuff. I mean, packaged in one go at a decent fucking price. Lionsgate, just like Elf, which I'll talk about one fucking day too. At the end. Bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah, I'll save that for last, but I'm gonna get these real quick like. Got some more Eddie Murphy stuff. Showtime, which this is actually one I don't mind. I had some fun with this. Could have been better, but I had fun with this one. I like this one. I can say I like Showtime. Coming to America, a special collector's edition. Talked a little bit about the making of. No new interviews with Eddie Murphy or Arsenio Hall, but they do have interviews with like John Landis and such. The costumes, they talk with Rick Baker, the music, but Coming to America. Bullfinger, which I watch again and it grew on me. I don't mind the film too much now. Since good guy in here, the Flying Ninja, he got me the Blood Fist 1 through 4. He decided to do this one, Blood Fist 6, Ground Zero, which it's low budget. I didn't mind it actually. I thought it was okay for what it had to be. I thought it was okay. Could be better, but overall I could say I liked it. Let's see. Got Home Alone 2, because I had the first one. Hot Shots Part 2, I had this DVD, but the DVD I had was kind of scratched up, so I got another one. Really love that. One of my favorite parodies. So Bruce Willis flicks, like Lucky Number 7, which I liked. Death Becomes Her, directed by Robert Zemeckis. See. I'm not sure if I have talked about some of these, but oh well. If that's the case, then oh well. 95 Miles to Go. This basically sort of fly on the wall with Ray Romano as he's doing his comedy tours. Had some fun with this. Okay. This is what I was talking about, the Criterion Collection of Armageddon. The first disc has a commentary with Michael Bay, Jerry Bruckheimer, Bruce Willis, and Ben Affleck. Yeah, not all recorded together, but sort of spliced in. And Ben Affleck was really funny, because he says something like, I asked Michael Bay, why would it be easier to train oil drillers to become astronauts? Wouldn't it be easier to train astronauts to become oil drillers? And Michael was like, Ben, just shut the fuck up. Thought that was funny. And it also has a disc 2 with not much, gag reel, deleted scenes, storyboards, talk about the special effects, trailer, teaser, TV spots, the music video, stuff like that. But either way, it's better than nothing. Let's see. Then you have, let me make sure, the Dark Crystal. Hey, if I got Labyrinth, I had to get the Dark Crystal. And again, these were very cheap stuff, so. Pawn shops and place I go to, stuff, etc. Which at most, movies are like $3 a piece at most, so it's not that bad. And sometimes they have deals on that too. The Dead Zone. No interview with Christopher Walken, which is too bad, but they do talk with Brooke Adams, David Cronenberg, so that's cool. Has some features on it. This one wasn't too bad. The Devil's Tune. Cuba Gooding Jr., Taryn Manning, Henry Rollins, Ray Winstone, Ron Perlman. Has a commentary with the director, Jason Connery, who's the son of Sean Connery. And also Cuba Gooding Jr. is on the commentary, so this wasn't that bad of a movie. I liked it. Dragnet with Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks. No features, just production notes and a trailer. I think this was actually a hit though, so. Endangered Species, first and foremost, this is not in the movie. But I thought it was okay. It has Eric Roberts, Arnold Vosloo, and John Rhys Davies, and it's directed. The music's by Harry Manfredini, and it's directed by Kevin S. Tenney. Kevin S. Tenney is a guy who, I think he did Witchboard and Night of the Demons, I think. I think so, but I thought this was decent. Has some decent stuff to it. Definitely low budget, but decent. Again, that guy is not in the movie, which kind of false advertising. Little Man. I got it because I got White Chicks, which I'll show you, so I might as well get Little Man. Plus, they have commentary with the Wayans brothers, so that's kind of fun. Even though this movie does suck, but commentary with the Wayans brothers, a little bit fun. This I got for free. Again, some of these get for free because like people throw them away and stuff. Strange but true, they actually throw some of this shit away. But Morning Glory, which Harrison Ford, and I didn't mind the film. Harrison Ford, Diane Keaton. I didn't mind it. I've seen much worse, so I didn't mind it at all. Let me see. I might have shown some of these, but oh well. Screw it. Geely. Watch it again. I think I did talk about this. I remember now. Oh well, if I did, I think I did, but oh well. Not a good movie, but not one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. But it's not a good movie, but it's not one of the worst. I think I talked about this too, but oh well. Imagine That with Eddie Murphy from my Eddie Murphy collection. Journey to the Mysterious Island. Got it for The Rock. Plus, I had the first Journey to Center Earth, so why not the sequel? But yeah, I like The Rock. I don't have the Tooth Fairy. I don't have the Game Plan. I don't know if I'll ever get those, but who knows. I have Malibu's Most Wanted, so figured I'd get Kicking It Old School with Jamie Kennedy. I don't mind Jamie Kennedy. I like, what's his show? Jamie Kennedy Experiment. I liked that. Plus, I like the 80s references this film had. Had some fun 80s references. So, I like that. Cuffs. Fun movie with Christian Slater. And I think Mila Jovovich was actually 15 years old when she did this, which actually is pretty creepy now. But, well, if you see the film, you know what I mean. But I like this film, Cuffs, with Christian Slater. I thought Christian Slater did a good job with it. Fun movie. I would mention Kevin Sorbo before, so Cole the Conqueror. Definitely has his problems. PG-13, the special effects, the action scenes are lacking, but I do like Kevin Sorbo. So that's why I want to get the other Hercules. I got the first season, but I need the other ones. I was talking about Martin Lawrence, National Security. I think this is one I talked about too, but oh well. I'll show it again. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. With a commentary with Tim Burton and Paul Reubens. And a commentary with Danny Elfman. So, film I remember from when I was a kid, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Philadelphia Experiment with Michael Pare. Very cheap DVD company, obviously. Top 10 New Media, or TOP. Top. Wow, that is cheap. I had the first Return of the Living Dead, so now I have the second one, part 2, which this actually has a commentary by the director and a co-star. Pretty shitty commentary, to be honest. I know the director of this film, he doesn't even like horror films, and his big idea is, oh, I keep directing horror films, because he directed like Shockwaves. I think that's the one with the Nazi zombies. His big bright idea was, oh, maybe I'll make a horror comedy with a lot of comedy. But I can watch the film. I can enjoy the film. Definitely not as good as the first one. No, I don't have part 3 or 4 or 5. If I ever get those, then I'll do reviews on all these films. But until I do, then whatever. I do have the More Brains Return of the Living Dead documentary. That was a good one. But I don't have part 3, 4, and 5. But I have the first 2, including those. And the soundtrack's really weird. Because you know how they have on your audio like English, like this one has English and then French and then the commentary track. If you put on English, you get music, obviously. But you put on the French, you get different music. So if I put on English, a song will be playing. But then if I go to the other track, that song's like somewhere else in the movie. Or this song is not gone, instead some different piece of music. And I read up on it. Apparently the original soundtrack was changed for the DVD. But if you flip to the French track, you'll hear the original music. Just everybody's talking French. If you look it up, but that's fucking strange. Let's see. I got this for free because someone flew. Again, this is one that someone threw away. Last Fart Bender. Someone threw this away, so I grabbed it because I figure if I ever do M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong and his films, then talk about The Last Fart Bender. I don't need to download and get a virus. I can watch it. It's free. It's free. It's free, folks. If it's free, it's free. So fuck it. I like free. Free is good. And then this one I got because I liked it when I first saw it in the theater. Then I kind of went to, but I liked it. Land of the Dead. For a while, I'm like, yeah, but seeing George Romero's recent track record, I do like Land of the Dead better than those. I'm sorry. That's me. I do not like Diary, and I do not like Survival. I hate those movies. Starship Troopers, the special edition. I had the bare bones, but this is actually a 2-disc, which folds out like this. Has a few commentary tracks, one with the director and Ed Neumeyer, the other with the cast. Casper Van Dien, Dina Meyer, and Neil Patrick Harris. Disc 2 has a documentary, special effects, the spaceships, screen test trailers, feature from back in the day. A lot of stuff on this, which is cool. The Tingler, which I have, again, I did one of those that was 60 cents. It was $3, but hey, 60 cents. Which this actually has a featurette. This is when William Castle had that thing where you would sit in your seat and then they make it seem like the Tingler is out in the theater and they had shock stuff in the seats. Fuck 3D, do that again, man. If you don't, fuck 3D, do that. I'd rather be sitting, make it a fucking ride. Like, have it move and shake, squirt me with water, fucking, put bubbles and, a woman to come and lay down on me. Like, you get me in the theater more. But this also is a black and white movie, but they made one scene where this woman's seeing stuff, and she sees like this blood fill up her sink and bathtub. And I mean, the movie itself, but Vincent Price is good, and I think the history is pretty interesting on this one. War got this to because of Jason Statham, Jet Li. I saw it once, didn't like it. I saw it again, and I still don't like it. I really, really don't, because you don't care about any of these guys. Jason Statham turns out. Spoiler alert, folks. Spoiler alert. Um, by the time this DVD's down, there'll be no more spoilers. But Jason Statham, you find out he's a bad guy. Jet Li, he's pulling this plan, but innocent people get killed. Like, you have a woman serving dishes, food at this place where they're eating, and she gets killed. She's in the middle, and you know, she looks like Jason Statham's partner, who's a cop. He gets killed because of all this, and I don't think he was part of it. Jason Statham's new partner. So like, people are getting killed, and Jet Li doesn't really have much to do. Even Koi Yoon was like, well, why the hell am I here? You're not doing kung fu. Because the director's like, no, we want to make it real. So instead, let's make some very, 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 very MTV editing that you can't understand what the fuck's going on, and Jet Li doesn't really do much. And the fight at the end is shitty because the director didn't want kung fu, and again, you don't care about either of these guys. Even Jason Statham tries to save Jet Li and redeem himself, and Jet Li shoots him in the back, cold-blooded. Like, there's a sniper. Jason Statham's like, no, don't shoot him. And Jet Li just shoots him in the back. I'm like, I understand what he did, but he did try to save you, and you shot him cold-blooded in the back. It's like, wow, okay. I understand, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, you don't care about anybody. We Were Soldiers. Mel Gibson won. Martin Lawrence and Danny DeVito. I don't know what I was going to say. What's the worst that could happen? Wanted to check it out, and it sucked. Like I said, white chicks. Once again, features and a commentary with the Wayans brothers. The Wayans brothers. Young Frankenstein. Which this actually has a special edition. It has a documentary on the film with interviews with Gene Wilder. Has a commentary with Mel Brooks. Has some good features on this special edition Young Frankenstein. The documentary doesn't say on the back, so I didn't know that. But once you put it in, it's like, oh, there's the documentary, because it doesn't say it on back here. So that was kind of like, oh, there's no documentary? And then I'm like, oh, there is. It just didn't say on the back here. But this is a fun one, Young Frankenstein. Spaceballs is still my favorite, but I like that, and I like Dracula Dead and Loving It. Also got some Blu-rays, and then the sort of grand finale. Let's see. I'll do this one first. For those wondering if did I ever like anything in 2012, well, this is one of them. Underwood Awakening. This film surprised me, and I got it on Blu-ray because it was cheaper than DVD. But I liked this film. I thought it was fast-paced. I thought it was straightforward. Some of the CGI needs work, but it does have some practical, some really cool action. Kate Beckinsale was good. Yeah, I liked it. This made me go back and watch the other ones, and I liked this one, Underwood Awakening. Very fast-paced. So I liked Underwood Awakening. I didn't mind that. I was surprised. The director's cut of The Expendables, which I enjoy. Granted, I would like a fan edit to take some of the stuff I liked in the theatrical that they cut out for this, and vice versa, and blend it in. But that's not going to happen. But I like the director's cut. Some improved fight scenes, some good songs like Diamond Eyes and Sinner's Prayer. That's pretty cool. So, director's cut. I like this a hell lot more than Rambo 4 director's cut, because Rambo 4 director's cut cuts out gore and blood. This only did like one little teeny scene. The Rambo 4 did like cut out cursing, it cut out the blood and gore and certain stuff, except the ending. But especially like I didn't like the fact where like Stallone's making his machete. I like when Stallone was doing the monologue, not some rant, not some preacher guy. I like Stallone saying that, and the deleted scenes in that didn't add it. Here it didn't bother me. There I didn't need the deleted scenes. And I also got Transformers: Darker the Moon finally, because this is the only way you get the features is this. And I will say they don't trash Transformers 2 that much, which I was glad. One or two people did. I know Michael Bay, he said he was still proud of it, but he knows there was stuff he could have worked better at. And then they talk about the writer's strike. And they mentioned the writer's strike, and that's why. Um, although there's one guy, I forget his name, he's like, oh, Transformers 2. I thought you were talking about Transformers 3. Like, trying to be a smartass. In my opinion, failing. But they don't trash it that much. They explain the other stupid thing is they explain Megan Fox. It's such bullshit. Like Michael Bay says something like he saw Megan and she didn't look the same. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What, like Jennifer Grey? Like what the? I mean, bottom line, you know the story, folks. It's because Steven Spielberg wanted her ass fired because she said in one interview that Michael Bay was like Hitler, like just saying talking shit, and Michael Bay didn't give a fuck. He didn't care. In fact, and here it talks about how Megan Fox was in rehearsals. They had animatics showing Megan Fox's character in the scenes. The animatics where it was like a week or two before that it's like, oh, we're gonna go with this other girl. So they couldn't say it was Spielberg. And another weird thing, Spielberg is not in any of the features. Spielberg is not in any of the features, and there's no commentary. Okay, maybe it's nothing, but maybe it's something. So that I'm like, come on, I know that's not why Megan Fox. That's bullshit. My dick. But other than that, a lot of good information on the making of the film itself. Just those two, like, yeah, bullshit. My dick. But I guess to end it, first off, I like these guys. Abbott Costello, comedy classics. This has 4 movies. Well, Jack and the Beanstalk, Africa Streams, and then an episode of Abbott Costello Show, and then Abbott Costello in the movies, which pretty much showcases a lot of clips from their movies and trailers and stuff like that. And this was like $3, so that was worth it. Two-sided on 2-disc set. And then this is the one that I really saved for. I got this for $65, $67. That's with shipping, that's with handling. The reason I got that is that I looked at it now, it's $80. So I'm like, oh man, I'm glad I got it before it went up. And Michael Keaton got this, and that's why he got as a gift. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get my hands on this. The Abbott Costello Universal Pictures Collection. I'm a big fan of Abbott Costello. I grew up with these guys like the Three Stooges. Not the biggest fan. Like Law and Hardy, I liked okay. Not a fan of the Marx Brothers. Haven't seen like Phil Silvers and stuff like that. I love Red Skelton. There's another collection of Red Skelton stuff. Like I think it's like 18 DVDs, like 63 shows. I want to get that sometime, but that's like $70, so I gotta wait on that for a long while. But still, this is 28 movies. So 28 movies for 60 some dollars. That's pretty good, you know. Because even if they're $3 a piece, yeah, it'd be about $3 a piece. Just 20 times 3 is 60. Yeah. So yeah, that's actually a really good deal. But it has all the posters from there. I know you can't see it too well, but from all their movies, including I Went to Sell Me Frankenstein, which is my favorite. That's another thing. I know one day it'd be cool to get some of those old Universal monster stuff, but there's so many collections and different kind of things. Like, which one do you even get? But I think they made 36 movies. So this is 28 of them. And then I got 2 here, so that's 30 out of the 36. So I'm fine with that. And basically, it's like a chest that obviously you open up, and you have all the DVDs like this. You have a booklet that has a lot of info and really well done. Whoops. Big fan of these guys. Pictures, trivia on every single film. Every single film shows the poster and trivia about the film. Some of these have commentary tracks from historians, so you get a lot of info on the film. From their first film, One Night in the Tropics, and then, well, they were in a bit parts, and then the first starring roles in Butt Privates. Each of these have 2 discs, and each disc has 2 movies, and they look really good. Again, some of these have features on it, commentaries. Let's see, trying to see where it is. Oh, like this one, you have Meet Frankenstein, Meet Boris Karloff. Now, a lot of these I haven't seen, so that'll be interesting. And they have I like the way they've done this. It's really well done. So I'll spend a lot of time looking through these. And this actually has a disc of features as well. The World of Abbott Costello, Abbott Costello Meet Jerry Seinfeld, and Abbott Costello Meet the Monsters. So that's cool. There's actually features as well. That's what I mean. This is a really good deal if you can get it. That's why I got it then, because it was cheaper. But beautiful set. Really am glad I got this. I just need to get that Red Skeleton one and the Hercules, and I mean it's never done. That's what I realized. I'm like, I'm done, and then I'm like, oh shit, there's the last season of House that I want to get, season 8, and there's the Hercules stuff, and the '90s Spider-Man, and there's this one called Ghost in the Machine, and I'm saying this out loud so I don't forget, so I can put in my wish list on Amazon. So a couple months I'll save up, and then I'll see you again. You just gotta save up, and you just gotta wait for the good deals. But either way, thanks for watching this long-ass DVD update. I am not rich. It's just a lot of these were really cheap. I mean, some of these were 60 cents and stuff, or pawn shops or whatever. But either way, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you later. Bye.